Hello ladies and gentlemen, PsyStarcraft here with some continuation of the Root vs. EG series. Quick apology because I did not realize that other casters had done the KiWiKaKi vs. Idra game. Do I regret doing it myself? No! I am proud of what I did. I like casting games regardless of if they've been casted before. But I'll do a quick double check from now on just to make sure it wasn't casted too much. You know, if one other caster does it, okay, I'm still going to do it, but if it's like a huge game that everybody does, I'll just pass on it, because I can only make a game so good. The game has to be good itself as well. Yeah, EGStrifeCro in the top right as the yellow Zerg, and ROOTKiWiKaKi in the bottom left as the orange Protoss. This is game number 6, I believe. Let me think. Cats beat StrifeCro. Idra beat Cats. Idra beat Drewby. Idra beat Minigun. KiWiKaKi beat Idra. KiWiKaKi playing StrifeCro. Yes, this is the 6th game in the SGL tournament, EG versus Root. Hopefully it's a good one. We are on Blistering Sands here, a map that's not played too often anymore. Why? I'm not too sure. I think a lot of it has to do with these backdoor destructible rocks. Kind of unfair in certain circumstances. Zerg has a hard time dealing with it. Forgate extremely popular just because if a Zerg expands, throws up spines right here, okay, I'll just break down the back door. Very simple, and you know, every race has their own way of exploiting it, so you can't just say, oh, Zerg are bad on this map or anything like that. So now we are seeing a spawning pool, excuse me, spawning pool first from StrifeCro, going down around 14 gas just shortly after. This was not gas first, you can tell, because if he were to put on 3 harvesters right away, he would not be anywhere near 100 by the time the pool gets done. With the gas first build, you want to get 100 gas right when the pool finishes. Now harassing this probe. Now notice he doesn't wait. Oh, Higgs. Sure, one sec. Notice StrifeCro doesn't wait until he has 300 minerals to try to throw out an expansion. He anticipates that KiWiKaKi will try to block him, and he's going to put the drone down here ahead of time. And so the drone, the probe will get out of the way by the time he has 300 and wants to throw out an expansion. But it might actually be a fake out. He was just shooing the probe off, maybe faking it out, but KiWiKaKi's going back down. He's not going to be fooled. He will double check this expansion, and StrifeCro, odds are he will still expand, but he's going to send this probe to scout for the time being. And oh, I sense a proxy pylon. 4 Zerglings now running out, seeing what's going on. First Zealot just now completing, alongside that Cybernetic Score drone, walks in nicely and unharmed. I wonder if this is just a really good timed scout. He knows the exact timing that he can send his drone in before the Zealot gets there. If so, that's really impressive. He even managed to scoot past the Zealots, and you're probably wondering, how did he go through that Zealot? Well, if you right click on a mineral patch or a geyser with the drone, they will hover through units. They enter a hovering state, and that's exactly what he did. Only took 1 shot from the Zealots and has an additional drone as a result. Not losing. The scouting drone, actually very useful. Drones are important creatures, man. They may be named drones, but they are important. Second queen on the way from StrifeCro. This is a bit iffy. I don't like this. He sent this queen down so darn early, and the second queen isn't even up. He's missing a lot of inject time early in the game. I'd have to call this a mistake. Either a mistake or a hole in his build, because he's... man, that's down there way too early. This queen just now getting an inject, maybe losing 30 seconds of inject time. That was... that just makes me cringe. Drone transfer going on. Harvester count 23 to 25. KiWiKaKi, of course, is up. He is a Protoss player. Roach Warren from StrifeCro, possibly throwing down the Roach Warren because of what he saw last match against Idra. What KiWiKaKi did is throw down this pylon, had some sentries, and so you're thinking, okay, he's going to expand, but no. KiWiKaKi moved out with 4 gateways. 1, 2, 3, 4, doing the exact same thing. Roach Warren, great play by StrifeCro. He's going to be prepared for this. Right when that Roach Warren comes up, I have a feeling he's going to throw down or produce about 4 roaches or so and be good on defense. Now here come the Zentries, that's the Zealot Sentry combination. Sentries and Zealots. Are we going to see the roaches? We are seeing a lot of lings. We aren't seeing any roaches. He knows what he should expect, considering this is identical. This is identical. Is he going to get any roaches? Yes, 2 roaches and a lot more lings. That's surprising. I feel like he should get a little more roach, go more roach heavy, less ling heavy. just because, you know, as I said before, he's expecting Sentry Zealots. Roaches are good against Sentry Zealots as long as the force fields are managed properly. You know, maybe, I don't know how he would manage them, but he's kind of panicking right now, throwing down 2 spines. Lots of sentries, lots of zealots. This isn't an all-in. He is going to expand behind this just like last game. This is a very strong attack. Going to force the... Oh, blocks off the ramp. This is so bad for StrifeCro. He needs to get these spines installed as long as he can. Sentries are encircling, flanking KiWiKaKi. Doesn't get the force fields up in time. They're going to decoy and actually pick off almost 2 sentries. Not quite. Very low. Those 2 were high on energy as well. And KiWiKaKi smartly retreating after losing a couple of zealots. Those spines were about to complete anyway. And that is just so darn good, man. He does it so flawlessly. Losing zealots, fine. As long as he doesn't lose sentries, that's great because they're much more expensive and they need to keep that energy. Layer is complete. We're going to see this Cleo reconstitution immediately. Once he hits 100 gas, I can bet my left nut on that. Bam! There it is. Is he going to try for a counterattack? Who knows? He might be getting Burrow to prevent any future gateway aggression. But more than likely, he's going to go for a counterattack. Production, not seeing any more roaches. He's got 9 roaches right here. What's Kiwi doing? Probably a robotics bay facility. Yes, there it is. And now transferring probes. Harvester count 36 to 30. So because of that little push, StrifeCro was forced to overproduce Zerglings. And now he's significantly behind in the harvester count, not going for the counterattack. Oh wait, is he? Yes, he is going for the counterattack. No, he's going to run back. Now is he going to move his spines up? I wouldn't be surprised to see the spines move up to about right here. A little bit better position than right there. Cleo reconstitution almost complete. KiWiKaKi is just taking a forward position. There is a Ling on this tower. Not anymore. Ling goes down. Check out the units lost. Almost exactly the same as the Idra game. This is so good, man. If you guys are Protoss players struggling against Zergs, use this build. 4 gates, followed by an expansion. Make sure to keep your sentries alive. Forces the Zerg to make just so many units. And they just don't have enough drones. Oh boy. Just imagine if he comes up, force fields this. Oh no. Oh no, you poor roaches. Oh, he does that burrow, but there's an observer. Why is he so good? How is he so... Oh, this is so painful to watch. That's what happens when you play against sentries. Sentry's just so good. What else in the game can do that? Nothing can do that. Shit, man. This game's essentially over. That was such a huge loss. He has to reproduce the roaches. He's still down by 10 harvesters. The rocks aren't even broken. He's not prepared to take his third. His army is much smaller. 1650, 950 to 825, 275. This guy's good, man. This guy is so good. Easily the best member of Root. By far. By far. Observer checking out the Zerg base, seeing that not much is going on. No Spire, nothing threatening. KiWiKaKi, he's leaning back, man. He's checking the lint in his belly button. He's taking the third, going to be placing down a Nexus at the gold expansion. Not the greatest creep spread from StrifeCro. Only 1 tumor. Does he have a third queen? Now he doesn't have a third queen, and what that means, 2 queens, is that he had to skip and inject somewhere, and that's another thing I don't agree with. Why would you skip and inject when you can just spend 150 minerals and inject a hatchery and get a lot more units out of it, and some more creep and more transfusions? It pays for itself easily. I can't understand. Maybe he lost a queen when KiWiKaKi attacked, but if not, there's no reason not to have a third queen. That's just not good. Oh no, force fields. Oh, one more. No, he does block off 1 roach, manages to pick it off. Same exact build from last game though, man. Robotics bay is now getting the forges. Production tab getting thermal lances. 1 attack upgrade. Does he still have 3 gateways? Once this gets up and running, man, he's going to be throwing down lots of gateways. StrifeCro does see it. They're taking a third at this exact same time. But if you're a Zerg, you don't want to take any bases at the exact same time as the opponent. And if you're a commentator, you don't want to miss an important fight. again trying to break down the rocks. He's going to be running once more, splitting his units. Oh boy, miss click. Oh, he's going to go for the counterattack, going to break down the rocks while these other guys flee in the middle. KiWiKaKi does see it, however, nicely positioned pylon. These roaches are in over their heads, man. They are in over their heads. What do you do when you're in over your head? You burrow so that you're in even further over your head. Trying to split off some decoy roaches. Is that going to work? A little bit. KiWiKaKi is moving his probes out. These roaches burrowing. These guys, oh wow, come on Kiwi, come on. You could have anticipated that. Maybe a bit sidetracked by the double roach groups. And this is actually doing some pretty good damage. It didn't seem like it would, but it is. Now splitting up once more, chasing down probes with these roaches and attacking with these roaches, possibly just trying to escape with these. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. Burrow, but you can't burrow against KiWiKaKi, dude. He's got KiWiKaKi. He's got observers everywhere, eyes in the sky, just watching everything. More roaches moving out. And see, this is what I mean when I said last game, a lot of players will skip everything, just go pure roaches. That's what StrifeCro's doing. Unfortunately, he's at such a macro disadvantage because of losing his roaches right here. And that early attack did a lot of damage indirectly by making him use a lot of units, so... Uh-oh. Force fields, you're not escaping, you're going to have to burrow under. He does have an observer. Even if you're burrowing under, you're going to lose a lot of roaches anyway. Oh man, units lost. 5,050 to 3,250 income. He did a lot of probe damage, so that wasn't too bad. Pushing in at the high yield, not doing any damage. And these cannons, this is something that a lot of players are really too picky to get. But they're so good. If I'm a Zerg and I see these cannons, I'm face palming. I hate it with a passion when Protoss players get cannons at their expansions. It's worth it. It may not feel like it's worth it. You might think, well, I'm gonna play so good, no one's ever gonna get to attack my base. No, get cannons. They're so damn effective. Lings can't do anything. Roaches can be detected. Mutas can't do anything. They're only 450 minerals. They're such a great investment. Lots of roaches catching a weak army of stalkers off guard. 2 cannons now supporting. And look at this, counterattack going into the main while KiWiKaKi brings all his forces to the north. StrifeCro has to make up for his disadvantage by doing these kind of tricky tactics. All of these are going to die. He's trying to burrow and run away, but of course there is an observer there. Meanwhile, in the main, stalkers being warped in. Roaches aren't going to do enough because once again there is a cannon there. Probably going to have to run with the probes eventually. These roaches getting cleaned up, sending in 2 more burrowed sneaky roaches. And once another warping comes in, it won't even matter actually, he has 4 stalkers. Yeah, this is just not looking good. 61 to 48, this mass roach isn't doing it. You have to keep a Protoss army small, and that is not a small Protoss army. We have 142 to 147. These roaches now finally forced to unburrow because of this observer. Now we're seeing Blink. I'm surprised he's not getting Blink. He used Blink to good effect last game. There's the Twilight Council. One thing about KiWiKaKi is he doesn't restrict himself to a single tech. He goes Gateway, Expansion, Colossi, Observers. Now he's getting Blink. He got Dark Templars, I think. No, did he get DTs last game? I don't remember. But he uses everything and he uses it well. He realizes what investments are worth it. And he makes them shine, man. Makes them shine. What was that lag? Jeebus. 1-1. StrifeCro not even going to try to defend this. He's even pumping out links. That's desperate. So low on the gas right now. He's going to forfeit his third. Try to take KiWiKaKi's third. Cannon's going down. Probes coming in. Third from StrifeCro does go down as well. These overlords are so slow. More like Slother Lords. Bam! Oh, these drones have nowhere to go. Protoss army attacking, Zerg army attacking. This Protoss army is much, much bigger though. If it comes down to a base race, the Protoss army will kill the base faster. If it comes down to an army fight, of course the toss will win, especially when you rally roaches into the toss ball. And yep, he's going to go for a base race. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Blocking off all these drones and they go toasty, toasty, McToasty. Would you like some butter for your toast? I know I would. Roaches and Lings doing a lot of damage. It's not going to matter, man. 155 to 96. And Protoss are a lot better. Yes, go drones! Protoss are a lot better at hiding units than Zerg is. He might even be able to fend this off with these stalkers and another warping. I don't know. Choosing not to go after the main. That's smart. The main will likely be mined out, and it almost is. Blinking in. signature KiWiKaKi blink. I apologize for that, you guys. I don't know why it's lagging. Need to get my graphics card cleaned out and maybe replace. I don't know. We'll see. And this is where the pincer attack comes in. Oh, I would just burrow and GG. He's burrowing, trying to run away. Of course, there's an observer there, and he's just completely surrounded. Such a one-sided game, man. 34 to 149. And right now, this is where StrifeCro's just shaking his head, taking a deep breath, and it's just like, GG. GG. Nice play from KiWiKaKi. That first 4-gate attack gave him quite the advantage. He got away with all his sentries, stored up the energy, expanded, out macroed, stopped all the roach play. That bottleneck right here was key, and when a player like KiWiKaKi has that kind of lead, it's hard to come back. So nice try from StrifeCro, but it is now 3-3. We got a rubber match coming up tomorrow. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Sexually.